Hi everyone and welcome to NameHero.com. In this video tutorial I'm going to demonstrate how you can transfer your domain registration to us here at NameHero.com. So each day we have a lot of customers at NameHero that maybe have registered their domain at say GoDaddy, Namecheap, or another provider, and they wish to move it over to NameHero so they can have all their domains and all their web hosting under one umbrella. It sure does make it a lot easier, especially for the resellers that are wanting to create private name servers. With everything on our platform, it just makes everything much easier to use and sync together. So right now I'm on the domains page of NameHero.com, so you just click this tab here and you'll get this page. And at first you can use this form here to search for a new domain. This is for a domain that doesn't exist. So for example, I can type in NameHero.com and I'm going to see that the .com TLD is taken, but there are a couple that are available. Now, if I want to transfer my domain, I'm going to click here, this transfer a domain. And when I click it, I'm going to be brought to another form that asks for an authorization code. So on this page here, this is what you use if your domain has already been established at another registrar, such as GoDaddy. Now, there's some rules to transferring. Your domain has to be at least 60 days old. You have to have what's called the EPP code, and you look at that like a password. So if I look down here, it says authorization code or EPP or auth code. Each domain registrar is required to give you this if you want to transfer your domain. It basically provides a layer of security to make sure that the wrong person is not able to transfer your domain. And you can click on this help icon here, and this will tell you a little bit more about it. To initiate a domain transfer, you have to have the EPP code. So for example, let's just say NameHero.org is a name I wanted to transfer. I would enter it in here, NameHero.org. And then I would have to get this from my current registrar. So let's say it was registered at GoDaddy. I would have to log into my panel at GoDaddy and get this authorization code. Now, obviously I don't have one, or I'm not going to grab it for this one, so I'm just going to enter test. But this has to be accurate. If it's not, the transfer will fail. But as I said, all domain registrars, all web hosts, they're required to give you this. If they don't, they're in violation, and they can get fined for it. So they have to provide you with this auth code. Now, before you initiate this transfer, there's two other important things to do. One, if you have privacy protection enabled on the domain, you need to disable it. A lot of companies, especially a lot of other hosting companies that offer privacy protection, they don't, or they filter out the transfer emails. Sometimes it just gets caught by accident. Sometimes they use the same email address for every privacy protection, and you can't get emails, period. But for the domain transfer to begin, it's going to send you an email, and you have to click the link inside the email to verify it for the transfer to begin. So if you don't have that privacy protection disabled, then you're going to run into issues. The second thing is your domain lock. Most all registrars, such as GoDaddy, Namecheap, all the big guys out there, they've got what's called a registrar lock. That means until that lock is disabled, your domain cannot be transferred. So most of the time people will disable that lock when they go to get the EPP code. So if you're following this video and you're looking to transfer your domain into us, as you're getting the EPP code, go ahead and turn off the registrar lock. Okay, after that's done, we have to enter our CAPTCHA here just so we don't get automated requests here. And it's going to actually make me do it. I was hoping you'd let me skip it since I've already been here for a second, but it's not, so we're going to do this. But again, this just verifies, we're a human being, and add to cart. Okay, so now after this is done, it's going to ask you to verify the EPP code, which I'm just using test. If you want to add web hosting, if you don't have a hosting package, now's a great time to do it because your registration fee or transfer fee will be free. It's included with our web hosting packages for our basic web hosting. So if you want to add web hosting and save on the domain, I do recommend doing that. Now after that, there's three different options down here. One's for DNS management. If you do not have hosting with this or don't plan on having hosting, you might want to get this because this allows you to set up external MX records, such as if you want to have Google Suite or formerly Google Apps to serve your email, then you want to order this. It's only $2.98 a year, so it's not a big expense, and you can add it later. And that's the same with the email forwarding. Let's say you just want to forward the email that comes, you can add it here as well for $298 a year. But the one I recommend adding is ID protection. As I mentioned just at the beginning of this video, if you don't have ID protection, you do need it because it keeps your private information safe. So let me show you an example really quick. So I'm on domaintools.com, and if I look up NameHero.com in the Whois database, you're going to see that each domain is required to have a registrant name, organization, street, address, phone number, email address, all this stuff. And this is public. I didn't log in to get to this. Anyone can review this information. If you don't have ID protection, then your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address are going to be exposed. And a lot of people don't like that. I mean, me personally, I don't want you to be able to Google or to look up my domain and see my home address. I mean, that might be a safety concern. Also, I don't want spammers getting my email address. Now, here at NameHero, the contact email is heavily filtered anyways, so we don't too much care. But we provide this service for you for $2.98 a year. And we mask your personal information. So I do recommend it. And if you don't order anything else, I do recommend ordering the ID protection. Okay, next you have your name servers. Whenever you have hosting with us, you enter your name servers. By default, these are just going to be the NS9 and NS10 .NameHero. You can customize this to whatever server you have with us. Inside your control panel, it'll tell you what name servers you need, but this is where you tell it what to use. You're going to click continue. And now at this point, you're ready to place your order and check out. You can review everything. You can see I've got my transfer, my ID protection, and that's what it's going to renew at, and I'm ready to check out. So at this point, I'm ready to go ahead and fill out my information and pay. And once that's completed, once you make your payment, you are then going to receive an email to the email address you have on file with your current registrar. If you are unsure of what email that is, go over here to Domain Tools. You can go to whois.domaintools.com and type in your domain here, click search, and look for registrant email. See right here, mine for NameHero would be contact@namehero.com. So you would want to check that email address because that's where it's going to go. You can't change that. It's not the email address you sign up with here. It's what you're currently using on your domain. But after you submit this order, you will then get an email that says, hey, you have to verify. In that email, you have to click the verification link. If you don't, then the domain will not transfer. Once you click the link, then the domain transfer will begin. Now, as long as you've used the right EPP code, you've disabled the registrar lock, most of the time your domain will be transferred in 1 to 2 business days, give or take. Sometimes it's a couple hours, depending on the registrar you're using. Sometimes it takes a full 2 or 3 days. But remember, nothing happens until you click that link in the email to verify, because it has to make sure that you're the legitimate owner of the domain. So it's going to not only have to unlock the domain, not only do you have to use the correct EPP code, you also have to click the verify link. So there's a 3-point process that protects you from someone stealing your domain or getting your domain that's not theirs. So that's how it works. Once it goes through, then you can look in our interface. In our interface, it'll say pending transfer, and then once it's active, it'll be green and say active. And at that point, then you're off to the races. You're ready to go. But that's as quick and simple and easy as it is here at NameHero. I've done a video in the past on this, but I felt like my video and documentation on this needed to be updated, so I wanted to just refilm this and also put this out there for those that are considering moving their names to us here at NameHero. As I said, I really I'm confident in our domain system here. We spent a lot of money and a lot of time developing our system out to make it user-friendly. We want it to be very easy for you to manage all your domains, and we don't confuse you with tricky upsells and cross-selling, and we don't spam you about promotions. We just provide a very simple interface for you to manage your domains and all your web hosting under one central login. If you have any questions, feel free to let us know. Feel free to submit a ticket, give us a call, or hit us up on live chat. But thanks so much for watching, and enjoy your domains at NameHero.com.